Yes, sir.
James, do you think that electronics are spoiling Moto GP?
The question was, do you think electronics is spoiling Moto GP and racing in general? I actually think they are, yeah. I don't think there's anything, having said that, I don't think we can go backwards, and I think what you'll see in the next 10 years, most or all the sports bikes being produced for the road will have some kind of, if not traction control, some kind of anti-slip or something built in. If you go and spend more than sort of 50 to 20 grand on any car, they've all got the form of traction control, ABS brakes, etc, etc. They've all got driver aids, and I think that especially superbike kind of racing, which has to be based on road bikes, won't have some kind of traction controllers. It's like you can't go backwards in time, and it's here, and for sure it ain't going to go away. But yeah, for me, I think it has spoiled it a bit. You've only got to look. If you watch MotoGP now, how many riders actually eyesight off the bike and end up going 20 feet in the air? None now. And I know that's a good thing. It's a good thing if you're a rider. But certainly that amount of skill you needed, and the sort of pitfalls now are less harsh because the bike will sort it all out for you. I know if you ask me which were the best era to watch MotoGP or 500 GPs, it was in the days when there were big two-strokes producing sort of 200 horse, they weighed 140 kilos, and they didn't have any electronics. And them boys in those days, your Doohans and your Schwanzes and your Rainies and your Gardners, they were a lot braver men because they all fell off all the time, and they all got a little bit hurt all the time, and they still got back up, and they still rode them as hard as they could. So yeah, for me, that was the year, and for me, yeah, it is going to spoil it a little bit. What I don't want, I'd hate to see it become anything like Formula 1 cars, where you just know that pretty much any of the top drivers could, it's down to which car they've got. It's not so much about the driver anymore, and I don't want bikes to go that way. Me personally, I think it's not good for watching, but it ain't going away. It's here to stay.